Hola a todos y bienvenidos de nuevo a nuestro canal. Hoy nos adentraremos en un área fascinante del derecho a los derechos de la personalidad. What are they? How do they protect you? Let's break it down. Imagine a shield that protects the very core of who you are. That's what personality rights do. Now, there's a big debate among legal experts. Some argue there's just one big, overarching general right of personality. Think of it as a master key that protects everything about you, your life, your honor, your individuality. They see it as a source from which all other protections flow. It's a single right with many facets, just as a person has many attributes. On the other hand, the more modern and widely accepted view is that while personality is a single legal concept, our rights can be broken down into specific, classifiable categories. This makes them easier to understand and protect. For our discussion today, we'll follow this approach. But before we list them out, here's a crucial point. Many modern constitutions, like Venezuela's, which is referenced in our source text, embrace what's called a progressive conception of human rights. This means that any list of rights is never complete or final. The law recognizes that new rights, inherent to being human, can emerge and be protected over time, even if they aren't explicitly written down yet. It's a beautiful idea that allows the law to evolve with our understanding of human dignity. So, keeping that in mind, let's explore a pedagogical classification of these rights. We can group them into several key areas. First, we have rights to individuality and identity, the right to be recognized as uniquely you. Second, there are rights over our own bodies. This is a big one, covering the right to life itself, the right to health and physical integrity, the right to make decisions about our bodies while we're alive, and even the right to determine what happens to our remains after we pass. Next, we have rights related to our moral personality. This category is packed with protections that are vital in our daily lives. It includes the right to liberty and will, the right to honor and reputation, the right to privacy and secrecy, the right over our own image, and the moral rights of an author over their creative work. And finally, there's a category for other personality rights, which is where that idea of a non-exhaustive list comes into play. Due to their complexity, rights to identity and rights over the body are extensive topics that deserve their own dedicated videos, so we'll focus on the others today. Let's start with the right to liberty and will. Every human being is born free, but this goes way beyond just physical freedom. It's the right to refuse to do something the law doesn't require and the freedom to do anything that isn't forbidden. If it's not prohibited, it's permitted. This is also about personal self-determination, the power to shape our own lives and legal relationships. Think about it, the freedom to choose your partner, to decide if and how you have children. The freedom of conscience to choose a religion or none at all, to pick a career, to own property, to travel. It's the right to pursue your own personal fulfillment without unnecessary obstacles. Now, let's talk about the right to honor and reputation. These two are closely related but distinct. Honor is your internal sense of self-worth, your dignity, your self-esteem. It's how you see yourself. Reputation, on the other hand, is external. It's how others see your good name, your public standing. While some see reputation as part of honor, many legal systems, including Venezuela's constitution and penal code, treat them as separate but equally protected rights. Attacking someone's honor or reputation can have serious legal consequences, including the obligation to pay damages. Interestingly, courts have even extended the right to reputation to legal entities like companies. A company can't have honor in the personal, subjective sense, but it certainly has a reputation that can be damaged and is legally protected. Next up is the right to secrecy, privacy, and intimacy. This is your right to live your life with minimal interference from others. It's a shield against unwanted intrusions into your personal and family sphere. In our hyper-connected world, this right is more important than ever. Think about sensitive personal information. Your health status, your relationships, your financial situation. The unauthorized disclosure of this kind of information is a violation of your privacy. Some scholars even draw a line between private life, which is about not being bothered, and intimacy, which refers to the most secret aspects of your personal world. What's considered private is also subjective. A public figure like a celebrity might have a different boundary for privacy than a private citizen. Each person largely defines their own sphere of privacy. This right also covers the inviolability of your private communications, both written and oral. And with advancements like the mapping of the human genome, this protection is now extending to our genetic intimacy. Closely linked to privacy is the right over one's own image. Your image is your appearance, your likeness, captured in any form of photo, a video, a drawing. For a long time, this was seen just as a part of privacy, but it has now gained recognition as a standalone right. Why? Because technology has made it incredibly easy to capture and misuse someone's image, potentially harming their privacy, honor, and reputation. Now, not every use of your image is a violation. If you're a public figure and a newspaper publishes a photo of you at a public event, that's generally considered informational and acceptable. But if your photo is used for commercial advertising without your consent, that's a clear violation. The same goes for publishing intimate photos or videos without permission. And this isn't just about your face. The protection also extends to your voice. Recording and publishing someone's voice without their consent can be a sanctionable act, especially if it's for commercial purposes, or if it damages their honor or invades their intimacy. Let's move on to the moral rights of an author. When a person creates something from their intellect, a book, a song, a piece of art, they gain two types of rights. One is the commercial right, or copyright, which is about making money from the work. That's a property right, not a personality right. But the other is the moral right. This is deeply personal. It includes the right to be recognized as the author, the right to decide if and how the work is changed, and the right to control its publication. This moral connection between the creator and their work is an essential part of their personality. Finally, we come back to that open-ended category. Other personality rights. As we said, the list is never closed. Legal systems are constantly recognizing new rights as society evolves. We're now seeing discussions about a third generation of rights centered on solidarity. These include the right to a healthy environment, protections for future generations, and the right to sustainable development. Even before this, rights like the right to procreation, including through assisted reproduction, have gained legal recognition. Another crucial modern right is the right to informational self-determination, often called habeas data. This is your right to access any information stored about you in public or private records, to know how it's being used, and to demand its correction or even deletion if it's wrong or illegitimate. Other emerging rights include the right to health, the right to sexual determination, and the right to dignity itself, sometimes seen as the foundation of all other rights. So, as you can see, personality rights are a dynamic, an essential part of the law, protecting the very essence of our individuality, dignity, and freedom in an ever-changing world. They are the legal expression of our value as human beings. Thanks for watching. I hope this breakdown was helpful. If you found this interesting, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe for more content, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. See you next time.